Hello, everyone. Welcome to Career Hustle and Flow, episode 3. We are super excited. I'm going to go ahead and get my mic really quick to introduce myself. Let me get my brush. This is June Coloroso. I am a tech recruiter at a startup and the founder of Build with June Consulting. I'm super passionate about empowering you underdogs, you diamond in the roughs, by empowering you by building your brand to attract your dream employers. Let me pass the mic over to Jessica.
Woo! Thank you so much, June. My name is Jessica. I am known as a job snatcher and resume finesser. I empower mid-level to executive professionals to snatch a seat at the table or to break it. I love the flow of the show, and I'm so excited to be here. Dropping the mic down to Valerie. Oh, did I really drop it?
Oh, I got it. I got you. I got you.
I got you. Thank you.
Hey, everyone. Happy Monday. Valerie Mecki here, SEO writer and content creator for Oh Hello Work Life. It's a blog that supports mid-career professionals looking to make a career change mood or start a side hustle or a small business. I'm so excited for this episode, you guys, for our guest today.
I'm so excited. Before I welcome our guest, our comments are just blowing up on the feed.
Hey,
Hello,
Mark.
everyone. Hello, Mark. Hey, David. Hey, KDJ. How are you? Savor the flavor, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Jessica Gonzalez. Oh, I heard about your weekend with Jessica Williams. Is that the Jessica you told me about?
Yeah. Okay.
Got it. We all need to hang out. I see. Yeah. I see. I got to bring her out. Ediana Rosen. She's actually, I want to give her a quick shout out. Because of her, I am here today. She was the very first business coach I ever worked with.
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
She's going to be on my live next Tuesday. We are going to have a classroom session about networking on LinkedIn. So thank you, Eddie, for being here. Hey, Leander is commenting. Hello.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah, you are good. How are you ladies feeling about today in this new week?
Pumped.
Yeah,
Monday.
I'm super
last week was long. We talked about that, how last week was pretty long.
Yes.
But we had the weekend to recharge.
Yes. This week is going to be so much better. So much positive job snatching energy sending this week.
Job snatching energy, gem dropping interview guests. Everything. And speaking of guests, Jessica, do you want to pass the mic? Oh, did she freeze? Oh no, she did. Okay. She froze. Okay.
She'll come back on.
She'll come back. Hey, Sophie, first time here. Super excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. Eddie says, oh, your hard work and dedication put you here. Thank you so much. Okay, let's welcome our guest. Let me get my mic really quick because I want to pass the mic to our special guest so he can introduce himself. Leander, I hope you have a mic back there. Let's welcome him. But Leander, I'm super excited to have him on the show. I have been following his journey, I want to say, since COVID. I want to say back in April when we were dealing with this crazy pandemic. And it was really inspired by him because he is a successful senior financial analyst at Adobe, but he also used that time of the pandemic to start his own side hustle. So let me pass the mic to Mr. Leander Howard. Here you go.
The second.
Did you grab the mic?
I got my mic right here.
Professional mic. Okay.
Yeah, I got the blue.
Yay.
Okay, well, we don't. I have a Yeti mic too, but I got to improvise sometimes.
Too. Yeah.
I don't have got a calculator.
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Your strategies.
You crunch those numbers. You do revenue forecasting and planning. By the way, never mind. I'm not going to talk about our work right now. But do you want to introduce yourself, Leander?
Most definitely. Appreciate you having me. I'm very excited to be on the third episode on the podcast. It's a great honor. I'm Leander Howard II, the founder and CEO of Spark Your Resume. We are an online resume writing and career advancement services company. helping real people obtain real results. Also, the host of the Spark Your Success podcast, where we help people find the career they love. And I work full time at Adobe as a financial analyst. Started there August of 2020.
There's our girl.
Thank you. It's impressive,
Strange.
Leander. And then now Jessica with her blowing in her with her hair coming in. So
Oh, yeah.
I have a question for you, Leander. We like to start off the show with asking all of our guests, what's your favorite song or artist?
Ooh.
Since, this is the Career Hustle and Flow, we're all bringing the mics.
Favorite artist all time would be Future, for sure.
I love
That's
Future.
my guy. I love Future. But hottest artist right now, Lil Baby, for sure. Hands down.
Little Baby. I don't know if I've heard of him or her.
Lil Baby, yes, a guy.
It's a guy.
Is he a rapper?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Okay. I want to ask you this. What is because this was a good question about you asked Shannon. We talked about the songs that hype us up. What is your go-to song? If you're getting ready to an interview for a job, what is your go-to song to help hype you up, to feel confident, to be your best self, to perform in your interviews?
Get Money by Lil Baby.
We should have had that for his intro next time.
I know.
Yeah, Get Money by Lil Baby for sure. That's my song.
Maybe I have heard of him.
For sales calls too.
For sales calls too. That's so important, right? To hype up too,
yeah.
When you're doing your sales calls. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. You gotta have that theme music.
Jessica, we can't hear you. Okay, let's go ahead and start the conversation. We're gonna do something a little bit different and kind of tie in the theme of career, hustle, and flow. So let's start off with career.
Oh.
So you actually just graduated college last year.
Right, May 2020.
Right?
Yep.
Want to kind of just share your journey on how you were able to, land a great job in tech at Adobe, and share maybe some tips for anyone out there graduating college or pivoting, right, Val?
Right. Did you start in your senior year? Because we have a lot of people who are just graduating, so I'm sure they would like to know, how did it all start for you?
Right, most def. I graduated from Georgia State University, heart of Atlanta, Georgia, with a dual degree in marketing and finance. I was the president of my business fraternity from 2019 to 2020. Shout out to Alpha Kappa Psi Professional Business Fraternity Incorporated. And then I was before I became president, I was scholarship chair, and then I pledged for all 18. And then before that, I was in high school, I was doing FBLA. So I was always in business. It was something I always loved and always just found myself in. So I knew before I even went to college, I was going to do marketing. And then I double majored in finance. And then I started learning about internships, right? So summer of 2018, I got my first internship at Wells Fargo. I actually moved to Minnesota. Minnesota's a great spot to be in the summer. If you haven't been, it's lit. They got a lot of water up there. It's hot, and people are lively because it's always, it's cold in the winter. Nobody goes outside. So when it's hot, everybody's outside. So it was a really good experience. And then I was a consumer lending intern up there, where I did more so project management work and working under the home mortgage department. A lot of things with Excel, so it kind of got me introduced to pivot tables and X lookup, H lookup, V lookup before I even got into my finance degree at Georgia State. So I came back with some experience, and then once I left, I got a part-time job as a teller. So I stayed with Wells Fargo, had a part-time job. So I've been working since I've been 16, never without a job for real or hustling.
I love that.
So it's always in me. I got the job as a teller, working 25 hours a week while going to school. So I worked Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, went to school Tuesday, Thursday, off day Sunday, back at it again. And that's how it was for 3 years straight. And then I got my second internship at Arthur Blanks Foundation in sports and entertainment. He owns the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United. Also was one of the founders of Home Depot. So that was a great experience there. I was in the Home Depot backyard working as a program manager. So running events and doing a lot of stuff with like financial models again, because they just started that sector of the business at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So it was like a startup, really. So it kind of got my hands wet with entrepreneurship, just hitting the ground running, right? Because nobody really knew what they wanted it to be. So it was a lot of hands-on experience. And then once I graduated, well, not graduated, once I got done with the internship, went back for my last year of college. I was doing ballet at the same time I was doing my internship. So I was working double time. I'd get off my internship, go to ballet to like 2 a.m, be back at my internship at 8. It was crazy. Like I was hustling. Made a lot of money that summer, but
oh my goodness.
it was
wait. Well, you were doing ballet. You were doing ballet and working at the bank?
No, I was doing ballet and working at my internship. So I was working my internship from like 8 a.m. to like 4:30, and then my ballet shift would start at 6 to like 2 a.m. and I go back to back like Monday through Friday.
When did you sleep?
From 2 to about 7, 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm back up. Yeah, I'm back up. I'm driving downtown, 30-minute commute to the stadium every morning, Monday through Friday. So it was a hustle. But I think one thing I just got, I took away from that experience is nobody's gonna give it to you. You gotta go get it yourself. Because at the end of the day, man, it's like it's a lot of opportunity to do what you want in the world, but it's too many people in the world. You know what I mean? So there's no handouts. Like, and I don't want a handout. So I earn everything I get. So, and I think that's the best way to be, because if you don't, then it won't mean much. You'll let it slip right through your fingers if you don't earn it. So
these internships, yeah, go ahead. These internships that you got, did you get them through like networking on LinkedIn or?
Right. I want to tap into that too. So all right, let me go back to my strategy, right? So it's all about strategy.
Wait, does everyone have your pens?
Right.
Get your pen and paper. You're about to get some free advice right now.
I feel like it's in your blood.
Your resume.
It's in your blood. Strategy is in your blood. All right, tell us.
But it's all about planning strategy, right? So let me go back a little bit. So when I first got to college, I walked on as a football player. So like I wasn't really working. I played football from my freshman year to sophomore year, but football wasn't, that wasn't my full, like my dream. I wasn't going to the NFL. Like I was a smart guy. So I knew I had an other way out. So I stopped football. My grades were bad. I had like a 1.9 GPA. So I was like, yeah, I can't keep doing this. It's taking up too much time. And I was a walk-on. So I wasn't getting paid to do it either. So there was really no value. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped playing football and I knew I had to get a banking job. So that summer of 2017, I was like, I got to get a banking job. I'm hustling. I'm going to SunTrust, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, applying to be a teller, right? Because I knew I was going to get into I knew I wanted to work in corporate. And like banking was corporate to me in that time frame. Like that's what I wanted to do, right? So I'm like, okay, let me go get a banking job so I can set myself up for success when it comes to getting an internship. So I got a banking hustling. SunTrust hired me, never called me back, right? This is God just speaking to me. I swear. Like, they were paying me $12.50 an hour. Never called me back that summer. But I also had to retake 3 classes that summer to get into the business school at Georgia State. Or else I wasn't going to have, I wasn't going to be able to get my marketing or finance degree because I had a 1.9. I had to have a 2.8, which was like a B- average at Georgia State. So I got in to the business school, got all A's, got in. And in that August of 2017, got hired at Bank of America, $15 an hour at 20 years old, working 25 hours a week, right? So that was like my stepping stone to getting something on my resume that was tangible. Now my strategy was, okay, who's Bank of America's competitors? Wells Fargo, SunTrust, right? Like those are the top ones that come off the top of my head. So I'm like, okay, let me go apply for internships at a company that's competing with you. They're most likely going to give my resume some looks, right? Bet. So I apply for the internship. Luckily I get the interview, and I nail it. Like I'm just being myself. I'm talking my game. I'm talking my experience, like how football kind of helped me translate into a working professional. How I got a job at 20 at the bank Like, they're like, oh, you're in college working as a teller? And then everybody that's working as a teller is like 26 plus. So I'm the youngest dude in there. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, you know, but that's just how it's always been. I've always put myself in a position to succeed by strategy. And by having that strategy of, okay, I know what people want to see. I'm going to do exactly just that. Like, why don't reinvent the wheel? The blueprint is already there. You got to implement it into your life. You know what I'm saying? So I knew exactly what I had to do and took that leap of faith of putting myself out there, put the application out there, got the interview. And then to think about it, I could have left my internship and not thought about working at Wells Fargo as a teller. Strategy again. I was already applying for my teller job mid-internship. I knew the internship was ending August 10th. I'm going back to Atlanta. I need a job in college. Hey, what's the television looking like in Atlanta? I'm already an intern. What's going on? I'm already inside the company. Why not leverage my opportunity to stay inside the company? That got me through all the way to my next internship.
I think leverage is the key there.
Leverage,
definitely.
Leverage, network, and strategy.
Right, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and career clarity. I see Ricklin here. Hey, she says, very smart young man with a clear career vision. Clarity is so key. Yeah. It's so important. Because I always say this too. A goal without, it's a quote, right? A goal without a plan is just a wish. If you are just blindly applying to any job that you think you're qualified for, but don't even think you might get the job, you're wasting time. For you, Leander, you wanted to get a career in finance. Right. So you started planting your seeds.
Right.
Right?
Exactly. And that's when you see your tree starting to grow.
ATL.
But that's another thing though. Like, people might plant the seeds, but they don't water.
Yes.
What?
You know what I mean?
To keep that garden flowing and growing.
Exactly. You gotta nourish your seed.
That is so true.
Just like the relationships. Like, people reach out one time and expect the relationship to thrive. It doesn't work like that. Like, that's an initial touch point. I mean, just in sales, like, I think everybody should have a sales job. It's going to teach you how to build relationships. Start cold calling folks. Like,
it's hard.
It's literally a metric right now. I think it's like it takes 8 touches to close one person.
Yep.
It's just too many things out there. Like, just for example, I got my CRM. It's called Keep for my business. You know how many CRMs are out there in the world? I can go look on Google right now. Best CRM: Zoho, Keep, Salesforce, HubSpot. Like, it's a lot. But you know what? He built the relationship. Yo, this is how Keep is going to serve your business. He understood my business, what I needed to do. I mean, I'm gonna do my due diligence and look into every platform, maybe YouTube videos, ask some other people, but he made me comfortable in spending my money there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you have to do when it comes to job searching too. And I think job seekers are entrepreneurs too. Like, I'm changing the mindset. I'm changing the framework.
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
You're literally putting out your application as a freelancer to get hired to get that client. Adobe's my client.
Come on, Leander.
Adobe's my client. I'm on a long-term contract as a financial analyst at Adobe.
Let's bring the audience back up to speed. So Leander currently works at Adobe as a financial, an analyst?
Yeah, financial analyst. Yep.
And I know that you speak really highly of them, and they know about your side hustle business.
Yeah, they do. I told them before I even
that's important.
Before I even got on board. It is important.
I do want to ask you this before we talk about like your ability to manage your full-time work and your side hustle.
Yeah.
What inspired you? And I want to say, hey, Danette Edwards is in the comments here. I love her. Yeah, Carl too, my man. Carl says hello, guys. Dropping by the show to show some love. Smart young man with
Yes.
a vision and
He
such
is.
clarity at your age is truly unheard of, or at least very rare. I absolutely agree.
I appreciate that.
Leander, how old are you?
24.
Oh,
Oh,
you
Lord.
are
goodness.
super young.
Oh, goodness. I got some age on you.
Girl, don't
Okay.
even start. I have on all of y'all, so don't.
You know, I'm so happy that my children, and I say this too about Stephanie too. She started at Google last week.
Yeah, Stephanie. is
That
cool.
my children, they're 4 and 7. I'm so glad that they have you and people like Stephanie to look up to, right? Oh, I see Reggie. Hey, Reggie, you got to be on our show too. I'm getting distracted. Okay, I'm just so glad that they have you two to look up to. I want to ask you
I
this
appreciate that.
because 2020 was crazy. It hit us out of nowhere, right? And pushed everyone outside of their comfort zones. What inspired you to start Spark Your Resume?
The crazy part about it, though, I was already starting Spark Your Resume before the pandemic even came about.
Of course he was. It was on his strategy.
It was like 5 steps ahead.
Strategy.
Right. Strategy.
Spark Your Resume was originally founded January 9th, 2020.
Oh, right before.
Literally.
Okay.
But what did it come from? Share with us a little bit your...
Right. So I was already doing it. I was already a resource at my university. Like, people were already coming to me like, how do I write a resume? How are you landing this internship at Wells Fargo? Like, how do you get offers from IBM? I had an offer for IBM and AT&T. So, like, it was more than just Adobe. It was, Adobe was the best offer. Right? And that's going to show, like, man, plant your seeds.
Yeah, and I think people don't, pay attention to what people are asking you advice on. Right? Like they're not just asking you because you're a friend. They're going to you because they trust you and they've seen you do this or that. And I think that's what people tend to but she was just asking me to do that as a friend. Like, no, if you notice a pattern that people are asking you something consistently, you better start monetizing that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's your gift.
That is your
Absolutely.
gift.
And people need to pay for it.
But you know what? I mean, it's okay. Like, I started my business too last year, and I was doing a fun of free advice, free strategy calls, right? And then I always say this too, like your passion and your actions would lead you to what you're supposed to do today, right? And so it sounds like for you, Leander, people were already approaching you, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to miss over a point I just mentioned too, like the monetary piece, because people value what they pay for.
Yes,
that's a fact.
And I learned that. I learned that the hard way, because even when I started, like, I pre-started Spark Your Resume before I launched it. Like, I was doing resumes from posting on Instagram, like, yo, $30 I do your resume, $40 I do your resume. Just to get that feel, like who would bite. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
but I think sometimes when you do start charging people, it actually helps build your confidence too, right? You're testing out the market, adding even that, maybe it's not a lot, but it does a lot for your confidence. And that's what you need when you start a side hustle. You got to have the validation from people that they're going to vote with their pocketbooks, right? So,
yes.
And your confidence had to be at a tip top to start it and thrive during the pandemic. During this panini that nobody knew was going to last so long. And I call it a panini because we didn't know what was going to mush inside and how it was going to...
That's like the best analogy.
How long it was going to last. So how did you keep up that hustle during a panini and being able to still leverage and be successful?
That's a good question. I mean, it's also hard too, right? I think it's just come down to grit and then empathy too, because at the same time, people didn't have the funds to pay for services too.
Man.
Right? During the pandemic, they lost their job. You know what I mean? So it was a lot going on. And then also, I think finding that audience. Like me and Jess relatively do the same thing.
Yep.
Somebody's going to choose her, and somebody's going to choose Spark Your Resume. It's somebody for everybody.
Right.
Absolutely.
There's enough business
And
for everyone.
Yeah,
for
there's enough
sure.
money to go around.
And I think that's so important. Like, even I've had people that I've turned away from Spark because I don't think they're a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might be better for you because we don't specialize in that. Maybe you will check out this person. Like, I've done that many times.
Yeah.
And I have no problem doing it.
Yeah, I've done the same. You have to protect your energy too, but then also to like thank them. Like if you're not going to mesh with your vision and your goals and your mission and your company, but like it's still kind of common courtesy to say thank you so much for your interest and working with me. I would love to help you, but out of my bandwidth or wheelhouse, let me get you over to Leander or Jessica, right?
Exactly.
Because it can still like thank you for your time, right? For having that strategy.
But it says a lot about you to be open and willing to suggest the next resume writer. What does that say about you? You know, you have a lot of integrity behind it. And I think it's interesting that you put the combo of empathy in there. A lot of people don't have empathy, especially during a damn panini.
No, that's a fact.
Pandemic panini.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna act like, I'm the best person at empathy. I'm still working on it, right? I think it's a thing that we always got to keep working on, right? It's a practice, for sure. And as a founder, like I'm not gonna lie, I've had times where month we gotta hit 25,000 this month, and we at 15. We got 10 days left. How we gonna do it? You know what I mean? And you empathy at the back of your mind, right? Then and there, you know what I mean? Like you gotta close the reach, but at the same time, you gotta understand all business is a people business. I've had people come to us in September that converted in March.
Yeah.
And I tell them, like, just keep them on the email list, keep them engaged, see what they're engaging with, contact them, check in on them.
Yep.
That transaction gonna come sooner than later, I promise you.
I think it all goes back to what you were saying before. It's about it's your human connection and relationships at the end of the day. That's what fuels your business.
For a fact.
Definitely.
For a fact. The wholehearted. I mean, everything in life is relationships.
Fact.
Yeah.
It's all about your relationships. Like that's the nature of the game. Like your net worth is your network is your net worth, right?
Right.
Net worth.
You get all the time. Like it's everything. I can't stress relationships. Like, and you have to. It's a lot of energy too, right? It can be overwhelming at times. Like you got to find like that balance, and it's something called automation. That really helps a lot. You know what I mean?
This is the great part about the conversation. This is what I want to get into.
Still figuring it out.
Oh my gosh.
Tell us, how do you maintain a full-time job at the job that you love and also having this thriving business, Spark Resume? Like what's in your toolbox?
Hold on, let me get my notebook.
Right.
Oh.
I'm like, let me grab my
because Leander, I just started my new job 2 months ago, right? Almost 3 months ago, and I'm still kind of they're very supportive, but it's definitely, I will tell you this before you share your tips. I do feel like I'm more productive with my time now because it's limited.
It's limited for sure.
Right. So what are your tips? I have my pen and paper. Go.
Yeah, most definitely. So
make sure y'all take notes in the chat, please. Please take notes.
So first and foremost, come back to strategy. Point blank period. Before you even start automation, you got to know your business. You have to know your workflows. Automation is just a trigger, a sequence, and a trigger. That's it. What happens when somebody fills out this form? Right? Oh, we had 125,000 in rev. So,
you need an assistant?
You need to franchise your business. I'll be part of your business.
No, I'm serious. Like, hey, I got some things working on the back end. I'll let y'all know.
I know you do.
Strategy. We know it's never ending.
So but automation is so key because like my business runs while I sleep. Like somebody can download or purchase my package right now. They're getting everything they need right now, because what automation is saving you are the tasks you're going to do if automation wasn't in place. So when somebody fills out that form, do you have to manually send them that email that they want now?
Right.
Do you have to manually give them access to your course or your package, or you got to send them, I don't know, a text message? Like all of that stuff is automated, but you got to understand what needs to happen and when does it need to happen, right? And it's also come down to thinking like on the other side of the stick, because put yourself in the customer's shoes. I don't want an email from you every 4 hours. That's crazy, right? I'm scheduling out my emails. I might have one coming in as soon as you download the interview guide, right? I'm gonna wait about 2-3 days. Let you read the interview guide. I'm gonna send you another one. I might come at 8 a.m., might come at 8 p.m. But then that's A/B testing, right? I might broadcast at, man, my broadcast converting more at 11 p.m. than it is at 1 p.m. 11 p.m. people on their phone think about their life. Or they get an email from Start Your Resume. Oh man, I really do need a resume at 11 p.m. Boom, package sold.
There's your automation with empathy. I think you're always thinking about the full customer or the journey and the experience.
Customer journey,
You have to. You have to know your customer. Your customer is your neighbor. I want to be that neighbor. You come over, knock on my door. I need some peanut butter. I want to know. I want to know what time you get home, but not stalking. You know what I'm saying? But like, I want to know. Okay, they usually get home at 4 p.m. from work. They got 2 kids. They play soccer. Like, I need to know everything about you. Mm-hmm. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna test it. Boom. Let's send it out. Let's see who bites. Yeah. Right? Because my CRM is telling me everything. But I set that up over the course of. I got my CRM this time last year. And I still haven't got it to the point where I need to get it. You know what I mean? So it's so much it can do. It's a powerhouse. Like, and it's called Keep, just for anybody.
What's it called? Say that again.
Hold on, let me write this down.
KEAP. Oh, most definitely. If y'all need it, if y'all need it, hit me up. You know,
are you affiliated with them?
You should have
it. What's your affiliate?
Yeah.
I don't have. It's not I don't know if they have a link now, but I do have a rep, so I can just put you in contact with my rep. I think you get like three months half off.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I'm sure the affiliated link's going to be in your inbox very soon.
Right.
I will wait for it.
Most def. But yeah, I think automation is key.
Yeah, automation is key, and
especially for
outsourcing too. Outsourcing too. I've started to outsource.
Oh, that's enough.
Which has been super helpful.
That's my number one thing. I'm delegating.
Outsourcing.
Oh yeah, I got 2. I just hired another admin. I got 3 admins now.
Look at you.
3.
I know.
24. You know what I was doing at 24? I was clubbing. I was in the club in Vegas. Clubbing.
Honestly, I rather like when I think about that, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get it twisted. Like, get 24 hours club and do your thing, right?
Yep.
I got bigger goals in clubbing right now. You know what I mean? Like, I've already done that. In college, I was that. You know what I'm saying? Freshman, sophomore year, like I've had my experiences, fun. I think it's something that everybody needs to do for sure, is live life. Mm-hmm. Career will be there for sure. I promise you it will. I'm in that mindset. I'm in that phase where it's time to get it. Like my clubbing need to be in Maui or Paris.
Yes.
You know,
I love that.
While Spark Your Resume running on autopilot. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yes.
So let me ask you one last. Oh, June, do you want to go?
Yeah, I was going to ask the flow question.
Yes. See, girl, I got you. We got each other.
Okay. So we kind of talked on career, like how you started your career at Adobe. Yep. What sparked you to Spark Your Resume. Now let's talk about how you are in like the flow state, right? Meaning like what keeps you motivated? What keeps you inspired to keep on going, right? And I want to read this too, because I sent this to Val and Jessica today. Definition of flow state is the mental state of mind in which you pull forward by big goals, yet happy where you are now. It creates a feeling of growth and a feeling of being lucky. So can you describe your flow state when you feel at your best?
When I'm in the gym.
Ooh, okay.
When I'm actively in the gym, like at least 5 days out the week, I get so many ideas in the gym. Like my mind is racing. Like I got my notepad already up. I'm sending myself emails about what's next. I get back to my computer later. I got a whole diary of stuff. Just like, what can we do to grow the business, right? Like, what can I do to enhance the podcast, or like, what systems or strategies can I implement to automate the business even more? You know what I mean? So it's a non, evolution when it comes to business. Like, it's always growing. And I think when I'm in my flow state, I'm in my zone. Like that's like when I'm in the gym, and really when I'm in the gym, like when I'm in the gym, I'm in my zone. Like I'll get back, I drink my smoothie, I get to work. Like it's 7:30 in the morning. I'm already prepped on the sales calls. I'm running stuff. You know what I mean? And just that energy I get by getting up 4:30, 5 in the morning, going to the gym, and knowing that I just got a good workout in, nice, good smoothie to start my day, and the sun just coming up. I just won the day.
Yeah.
I just won my day.
So many other things.
I just won my day. Somebody right now is rolling over out their bed, about to go fix some coffee, thinking about their next move for the next hour. I've already done that. I'm 3 hours ahead.
Yep.
I already got up. I got my workout in. I got my smoothie. I'm at my laptop. I'm getting busy. Who we calling first?
I love it. Something that's about the movement with you and then thinking at the same time probably comes into play.
Oh yeah.
And I see a notepad.
Jessica. Yes, I'll send you my notepad. I'm about to put this over on Auto.ai and you can take all these notes.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I love that. Yeah, I feel like I'm at my best too when I'm like doing something active, or when I'm in nature, when I'm hiking or dancing. That's like my flow state. What is your flow state, Jessica?
I don't want to say it because I'm sure my trainer is watching, but when we're getting after it in the morning, I feel calm, cool, and collected, and like I can go after the day. So I'm gonna regret it tomorrow morning saying this. So thank you, Leander. I appreciate you, man.
What about
you, Val?
I mean, I do. When I got the Peloton, it was like a game changer for me because in sheltering in place, we didn't have that. And when we finally had, and I used to be a spinner all the time, so when we finally arrived to the house, I think my first ride, I literally was crying because I just felt like the release of the entire year was the weight on my shoulders were on me, and there's something about the flow of spinning that really helps. And then I hop off the bike and I go and I have meditation for 5 minutes. That is when, there's a flow and then there's like a centering.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
I think it's activity.
What was that?
I said, I think it's just activity. Like when you're active, in that
activity. I want to show your website before we let you go to give you your spotlights, and I'm just so impressed with your website. I put my website to shame.
Nah, don't do that.
We definitely need to hook up offline soon.
Let me talk real quick about the website. So it wasn't always like that, right? So don't comparison is the root of all evil. I know you didn't mean it, but don't, right? Just it's good to look at, right? Take some notes, do your thing, and make it better. I started with Squarespace. If I showed you my
That's
first,
what I have right now. I have Squarespace right now. Wait, Jessica, why are you laughing?
Because Squarespace confused me so much. I was like, no thanks.
No, Squarespace was it got me up and running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it did for me. But now this is Webflow. Webflow actually, I think they just raised like $140 million.
Good.
So, but I got a web developer in India. outsource, right?
Ooh.
Was talking about that,
Ooh.
and then
How do you stay up to date with new
that's
job
the community.
opportunities? Still using email? How do
Look
you
at me
connect?
taking notes right here.
It
Yeah,
looks
that's the
dope.
community.
It looks really dope, especially this community you built.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we trying to let the community. We trying to get the community popping in the next.
Let me go join right now.
Oh yeah, do it.
I totally believe in community though, because I think
yeah.
it's your service doesn't have to just end when they get the job or when you finish their resume.
Exactly.
It should be a long journey with them. So I love
It's
it. I
a
really do commend.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's a partnership.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're
is.
focused on now. That's exactly what we're focused on.
This is Leander's LinkedIn profile.
Yes, everyone
Look how
follow
bomb his
him.
LinkedIn profile is.
If you're not
hold on.
Right.
Team
All over the
Leander
place
yet,
right now.
then there's something wrong with you. Make sure to follow him on LinkedIn.
Right.
Yes. Oops. Why am I pulling up Steven? Hold on.
I don't
What the
know.
heck?
Leander, what is your
What the
Instagram?
heck?
What's your Instagram handle?
It's Leander Howard II.
Okay,
No,
so
Leander
it
Howard
does.
II. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Leander Howard
There he
II.
is.
And
This
they
is
can follow
Leander's
your
LinkedIn.
Spark your resume to one.
Oh yeah, Spark.
Also,
So
right?
Spark _ your resume is is the business IG, and then Spark _ your success is the podcast Instagram.
You
There
are
you
just
go.
doing everything. Love it.
Love it.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Okay.
trying to get it.
Yes.
You
That's
are.
right. You are. Yeah, you are.
You're in the
definitely.
arena. You
You
are.
are in the arena. I want to be in that arena. I'm lucky to be in that arena right now with you.
Right.
No, listen,
Very
hey,
lucky.
I'm always trying to, help other entrepreneurs be successful based on what I've done so far. So I actually I got an episode on, I think it's like my second episode on the podcast. I talked about like my tools and systems I use to grow and scale the business. But I need to do a part 2 since things have changed for sure. But
Well, that's the thing.
pretty cool.
On your Instagram, you're always sharing gems. You're always sharing tools.
Yeah.
And that's appreciated because a lot of people won't do that because they don't want people to get ahead of you. So that says a lot about you,
no.
Leander.
No, exactly. Oh,
See,
here's
that's
your
the
link.
problem. That's the problem right there. Like YouTube University, people. Let me educate you just really quick.
YouTube University.
YouTube University, right? I think I just put a video about this like today. You're either going to be the resource or somebody else is going to be the resource.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's just that simple. Like, I want to be the resource. Where, hey, I got a problem with my CRM. I'm calling Leander.
Yes.
I'm calling Leander. Like, let's go to Spark Your Resume. Oh, I need to find a good career. Let me go to Spark Your Success.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right.
That's what you want to be. So, I mean, putting this stuff out there, you're only limiting yourself if you don't.
Yeah. And when you do, it comes back to you tenfold.
Oh, for sure. For a fact. Right? And I'm not worried about putting it out for free because it's one thing to start something, it's another thing to execute.
Right.
Man.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, Mark has a question for you. Are you familiar with the Black Business Expo? It's a quarterly event now. Started off annual, but it's global speakers. You should connect with him.
Most definitely would love to connect and find out about it.
This is why I love this community. Everyone's providing networking
Black
resources.
Business
Love
Expo.
it. Yes. Thanks, Mark, for tuning in. Okay, what are your last words, Leander, before we wrap up? For anyone out there on their career, job search journey, or side hustle journey.
Yep.
You're your greatest asset. You're your greatest asset. I mean, at the end of the day, man, I'm a bet on myself, and you should do the same. So keep going. One no is not end all be all. It only takes one yes, and at the end of the day, man, it's about who's gonna hustle the hardest.
Yes, you or your neighbor.
Right.
There you go. And I love the friendly competition. You know what I'm saying? Because it pushes. That's why I surround myself with winners. It's not bragging. We all pushing each other to be better. Man, my boy just got a house for $100,000. I gotta go get that house. It's not bragging. It's only bragging when you're losing, or you got that loser mindset. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I like just one last thing. I'm releasing a podcast on Wednesday with a program manager from Adobe actually, and I talked about this in the podcast. It's like it's 3 people you need to surround yourself with, 3 types of people, and you spend 33% of your time with each group. People that look up to you, people that's on your level, and people that you want to be like.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else, nothing more. Spend your time with 33% of your time should go to each group, because I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have people that I looked up to lend a helping hand. So I'm going to do the same for people that's wanting to be where I am. But I also got to be in that group where I feel like I'm on the same level with these people so we can all elevate and push each other. Then I also got to network with the people that's above me, that's doing it. I want to be like. So that's just, I think those are my last words, man. I just wish everybody the best. Let me know if I can help, and feel free to connect.
Ooh, thank you so much, Leander.
No doubt. I appreciate y'all. This was dope.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. We are back on LinkedIn Live for the episode 4. We are just doing that overtime this week, aren't we?
Oh, God. We're hustling.
We're hustling. We're doing LinkedIn Live Father's Day special with the gentleman of How to Level Up in Tech. I'm really good friends with Boris Palmer. He's LinkedIn Top Voice of 2020. And we are sharing their stories on how they've actually pivoted from banking, from being a police officer, and being a DJ to DevOps engineers. So stay tuned for that.
Love
I'm really excited. But thank you, Leander. We will see you soon.
Thank you.
This community's been awesome. Thank you so much. If you're watching the replay, #replay. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.